What is normal now, but won't be in 25 years? I hope it's eating animals for sustenance. At least getting that movement going in a big way. We're getting closer to being able to produce food differently, and that would allow us to not waste so many resource-raising cattle and chickens and crap. I'm not a vegetarian, but it's not a great system, and honestly, our treatment of those animals is horrific and makes me think I'll eventually turn vegan. Posting your children online, where it's proven files literally hunt parent accounts to find raw material to create CP. Lots of saved baby videos on TikTok. Bodies of kids eating pickles are getting massive saves. Telling. A lot of influencer children will sue their parents for exploitation. Online privacy and having no personal data online in any capacity will become something very meaningful. Driving your own car. It will mostly likely be all self-driving vehicles as a mandate. So much easier for police to apprehend. So much safer when all vehicles are being controlled by an AI until it is hacked. But at the rate of development within both AI and the police state, I see it as one more way to control our movements with the assumption of our safety. Sex work and the male-female sexual dynamic, high-functioning, and AI-controlled sex robots are already in the works. One of the biggest AI paid subscriptions is AI-powered girlfriends. 25 years and the advancements they are continually making. And you will see single men opt for $100,000 anatomically correct android. That will be AI-powered to be his ideal mate. Writing an essay. My 17-year cousin just had it generated by a chatbot. I tried to do the same. I've generated a thesis on the same subject as my bachelor's thesis. In less than 2 hours, 35 pages long and probably of higher value than my own work. This doesn't feel right. Have I known this earlier? It would save me tens of hours of research and composing. Hopefully vaping. Sick of seeing people who vape thinking it's better than cigarettes and the government supporting it. In 25 years they will be arguing they are bad for you. That by then a whole generation of people will have vaped and be damaged by them. The same way cigarettes damage people and they took forever to realize. Houses framed out of wood. Most people being unable to afford clothing made from natural fabrics like silk, cotton and wool. Maybe real leather shoes and other products will also become super expensive. Copper plumbing. Basically any non-synthetic material will start to become much more harder and expensive to obtain. Probably not in the next 25 years, but I can hope. Devastation. That can come from large-scale mining. I kind of hope that we just aren't mining our asteroid belts. That's probably 100 years away, but I can hope we get to it sooner rather than later. Subsidized meat production and perhaps factory farming. Opal are becoming more aware of how their tax dollars support the meat industry and some of the long-term effects of meat consumption. I suspect values and interest will shift funds out of these areas. Edit not a vegan. Hopefully waving flags on the back of your lifted truck that represent your affiliation with anything, country, candidate, movement, cause, opinion, whatever. I get freedom of speech. But geez, it's obnoxious. I don't remember that ever being a thing until I got to adulthood. It is normal today. America is not inundated with climate refugees attempting to flee horrible weather anomalies. In 25 years, everywhere that is still livable will be inundated with climate refugees also. The water wars, which are too frightening to actually consider. Drinkable clean water. Breathable clean air for a lot of the world, unless we switch to carbon-neutral energy sources and meet all of our goals. We probably won't, because people are greedy and short-sighted, looking at the boomers who currently still hold power. If the forces of good prevail, social media is first on the chopping block. Second is housing. Housing was the gold standard for the middle class and the root of economic security. Now, housing is a method of wealth acquisition and an investment commodity. I hope the rampant political extremism that the US has created and spread to other countries, making everyone label each other as either fascist or communist with absolutely nothing in between. That would be nice to see gone. Unfortunately, probably free thinking and differences Maybe 25 years is too soon, but I can totally see the way that will be phased out how things have been going now. Everyone these days loves slapping a label on someone. Graphic design jobs are probably going to go away. Why pay someone to make something for you when you can just slam a few words into an AI generator? Oh, and mass shootings will be a daily occurrence, at least in the US. Very likely eating meat the way we do. I'm a big meat eater, and I think fake meat will go through a revolution of development. If they get costs down, protein content up, and carbon offset, I think it'll explode. The nuclear family, it's already in decline. And now the majority of people don't live in this family arrangement. Extended families, lots of roommates, or living solo. But the nuclear family is ending. Vehicles that we drive ourselves. I think self-driving capabilities will greatly mature, and in 25 years having a manual driving car will be like driving a car with manual versus automatic transmission. We're slowly seeing paperwork die out in hospitals as nurses. I often think about down the line when employees will think it's crazy I worked when they still used paper. Everything is online now. Making jokes. Slowly but surely everyone is becoming more and more sensitive by the second. In a few years just making eye contact in the wrong way will be considered a criminal offense. Smartphones, Wi-Fi, watching TV, lost people, driver's license, credit cards, business cards, NATO, G7, cash and current payment methods, Schengen, lag, DOS attacks and gacha system, going to a store to buy a fiction novel, or just buying books in general. AI have progressed to the point that you can write your own fiction novels in a matter of minutes. With the dawn of AI happening right now, it's nearly impossible to predict what would remain the same in 25 years. Simply having a job or career could be unusual in 25 years. The sad glaciers and snow during winter. The good single-use plastic and 5-day work week. The pessimistic civilization. The optimistic nuclear threat. All life ends. In talking about a lot of men and women openly having an account and promoting it after they start their own families and see the damage it has done. Affordable college. Most degrees don't need students to be in a brick and mortar building. I hope in 25 years the cost of college significantly cut down. Driving a car. Our kids or grandkids will look at us like dinosaurs, as we describe to them how we used to be able to operate automobiles on our own, running to Reddit and complaining about whatever tiny fucking thing happened to you and allowing it to grow from a molehill to a mountain in your head. Young adults having the ability to read and write. Gen Z is functional. That Gen seems to be severely behind in their academics and they don't care. Hopefully child genital mutilation circumcision, if an adult wants it. Go for it. That children shouldn't be circumcised unless medically necessary. Hissing in my girlfriend's mouth while I'm at work making money to feed her addiction to buying her. To Kat's funny little cosplay outfits hopefully. In Germany having everything on paper in school. My teacher gives us regularly sheets with vocabulary which I have. Well, in the school book. I sincerely hope that the excessive amount of sugar currently found in numerous food products will be deemed illegal in the foreseeable future. Self-service outages, bad internet. Compared to 25 years ago, the connection we have now is unimaginable. Think about in another 25 years. Life, this crap keeps up with wokeness and liberals and DEI. And CRT and any Democrat in office we won't be here in 25 years. None of us. I will probably die at some point once it starts copying people's faces and shit. Hell, we already have that with AI voice models of PPL. Unlimited drinking water and having teachers. I think they will be replaced by virtual learning models for the majority of kids. Keyboards. I anticipate myself having issues as a senior and my grandchildren will say, "Pa, just pull up the virtual keyboard." Hopefully not having to fight for a livable wage, universal healthcare in the USA and removal of the two-party political system. Clean, drinkable water, pure, pristine, breathable air. I am not joking. Live it up now, the end is way closer than we think. Hopefully workplace abuse. Fuck blind following in the workplace, especially unethical or common sense immoral actions. I feel like smoking in public places. I think there will be ban on it will count even e-cigs or whatever they called now. Having bad signal on mobile devices. Everyone will be connected all the time to fast, free and unlimited internet. Aging. Once medicine cures aging, future generations will be baffled that people used to just die after a short time. Animal agriculture. At least the most intensive form of animal agriculture will be frowned upon in the near future. Everything. AI is going to transform the world more than the internet did. And at a much faster rate. 25 years from now, fashions, social media, broccoli hair, Evs, college frosting on the cake. The cake has burnt. Pro marriage tip, super marriage tip, hey honey. Why, what did the cunt say to the husband? All of it is terrible. I hope electrical charges and having wires everywhere to power stuff. Not sure if that's possible. No more VW Beetles probably. They've been manufactured since 2017. Every day I see less Beetles. Being able to order some crap from across the world and having it show up at your door a week later. Using a computer keyboard or any tactile interface. Compute will be embedded and conversational. In the US, having paper money. Renting a place of your choosing to live. Working for a paycheck. The absolute lunatics on TikTok thinking there are 3 genders or whatever shit they are on about. Changing your gender. Gender won't exist. You'll just wear what you want and act how you want. Snorkeling. What you gonna look at in 25 years? Sand. Even the dead coral reefs will be eroded. Drinking water. People without severe allergies and immunodeficiencies. Online anonymity.